I'm Sherry, the Public Services Librarian with the Gearing Library, and I wanted to show you what I learned last year, which was how to make an online escape room or scavenger hunt. I have a couple up on our website at gearing.org/library, and then you go over to websites collected for you and scroll to the way very bottom, and it's under Created by Your Librarians. Here's some pointers so you don't have to learn things the hard way like I did. So you start at your Google Drive and you open a new Google Forms document. And this is how a Google Forms document is set up. It will start you off with a section right here, and you're going to want to name these. It will help you keep track of the things when you're building your escape room. And every few modules, you'll need to add a new section. Over here is where the modules are. There's add a question, import questions. I think a lot of teachers use Google Forms and then they can have their questions elsewhere. You can add a title and a little bit of text. This is where your storyline goes. And then you can add images, videos, and then here's where you add a new section. So let's start with images. If I click on this, I get this. You can upload images from your computer. Also, if you want to, you can search for images on Google, and these are all royalty free. And they just go on and on and on and on. So you can use those if you want. In fact, I even found the Scottsbluff National Monument on there. And you can attach them, and that's what I used, was those images for my whole, my demo escape room. But it's a little more difficult to play with them. Like with this one right here, I put this black dot on it. And I figured out how to do it. Google makes you work for it. If you want to use your own images and doctor them up before you add them, that might be easier, but it's not difficult at all to edit the Google images. And I'll show you that at the end of my little talk here. So here is a little bit of text, and I think this probably should go above our picture. And these 6 dots right here, we're going to click on that and just do this. Scroll and hold and drop it right there. And now you can read that, and then there's the picture. And here's our question. And so when you click on the questions, this one's a multiple choice question. And at the bottom, oh, well, here, let's start here. Here we go. We've got short answers and then lots of other ones. I've only used short answers and multiple choice, but some of those date and drop down or whatever. Some of those probably have some interesting stuff in them, different ways to use them. So then to make it into an escape room, what you need to do is you make it required. That way they can't just flip through it. And then on these 3 dots down here, you want to go to a section based on an answer. So if I unclick that, it all goes away. So when you have it marked, it says go to the next section, and then you click over here and you go, no, I want to go to the deserted school, and then this one, I want to go to the end. And so this is one of our dead end questions. And that right there is what makes it handy to have your sections with descriptions on them, so you know where you're sending people. And then, let's see, here's just a little bit of more stuff I put in here. And there's that. And here is our video. And videos have to come from YouTube. And so what I did was I took this 18-second turkey video, I put it on our YouTube channel, but I left it as unlisted so that random people that go to our YouTube channel to see what we've got there can't see the 18-second turkey video and wonder what the heck that's all about. So here is another question, and this one is a short answer question. And you want a response validation. So I've got that clicked, and it lets you choose numbers, text, length, or regular expression, and I want it to contain the word turkey. And then it's picky, and so I have this here so that if they type in turkey without the capital letter, they'll know that that's what they need to do to make it work. Or if they type the wrong answer, I suppose. You could put hints in there about that. So if you want to move a section, oops, I just closed that. Here's how you move it. You can also duplicate them. But to move a section, it gives you this little thing, and then you just move the up arrows, the down arrows. And it's not too bad when you've got 6 or 7 to look at, but when you've got 25, you kind of have to pay attention that it moves up when you tell it to move up. And there's some things you need to watch out for. First of all, it starts off at the very top again. If you click on something and it turns it blue, it is really easy to delete everything that you just typed in. So sort of be paying attention, and you can just go to the back arrow and undo it. It doesn't take a whole lot. So let's go down here. This is something. This is a picture I did from another one. I photoshopped a picture off of Facebook into a picture that I found on the Google Docs or the Google Images. My zoo escape room was really complicated, so I made a spreadsheet so I could keep track of what was going on. The red ones are all stops, like where I told it to go to the Uber or to call an Uber, and then every time you get to one of these yellow ones, it sends you to the petting zoo. And instead of just having 2 choices, I had 5 choices there to select from, and then they each kind of spread out, and you end up going to the petting zoo in a number of different ways. And so anyways, that one was kind of fun to make, but there was a lot going on with it. And so here's the end. So the Google Forms. When you want to doctor one of the Google pictures, what you'll do is when you try to save it, like you want to right click copy and save or whatever, when you do that, it actually saves it as a website like this. And this one's saved in Firefox, but it looks a little different with Chrome. But it's the same thing. And I was looking at that and I thought, I don't even want to mess with it. It looks complicated and confusing. But actually it's not. When you click on it, it looks janky because it's the stuff that you've got there in weird formats and sizes. But if you keep scrolling, you can find your picture. And then once you find your picture, you just right click on him and save as, and then you can doctor it and then pull back your images and load him back up there. It was way simpler than I thought it was going to be, but they didn't make it real intuitive. So at the end, what you can do is you can customize your theme, or you can get a virus. Okay, and you can choose an image. I chose bubbles. You can choose anything you want. And so that's kind of how you make the header look. And if we want to go through this, I'm going to click on this preview right here. If you go to settings, it'll show you kind of how you can keep track of your statistics and things like that. But here we go, preview. There's our demo escape room with our new theme. Okay, there's the little text thing I moved. We're going to explore the school next. Here's our message. Here's our turkey video. Try a capital letter. Okay, here's my untitled section. And that And there you go. So that's how that works. And you can put lots and lots of choices in there. It looks like some of mine were, I can't remember if I just had those 2 choices in there or if I had other questions. But anyways, these are a lot of fun to work with, and I hope you make some amazing stuff. If you do, let me know. I'd like to see it. Thanks.